real quick and probably be upset in a second. Okay, now it's on. Thank God.
All that aside, welcome everyone to another episode of Super Desperation Radio, the show where we talk about fighting games and stuff.
That's
the
it.
Show
That's
where
all we talk
Paul
about.
has to take the reins.
Yeah, pretty much. The show where I am the hidden host, the secret government, if you will.
We elected him.
He's the SDR Illuminati. He's the only
There you
one.
go.
We're not allowed to even know what he knows.
That's actually true. I know a lot about chess too.
Could you fill me in on some info?
No, I can't do that.
The 6-page information booklet I have isn't just not cutting it.
6 pages? They increased it?
I don't know, something.
Is that? I don't
three.
have any idea.
I was on Yomi Layer page 0. You can't see it, but it's nothing.
It already read you.
As we said last week, we pulled all of your suggestions for the most broken character in fighting games, and I believe Gibby has compiled a somewhat of a list. Gibby, take it away.
We were going to bring it up later. Okay. Let's see here. So, out of all the people, let's see, we got only one character actually got 2 votes, surprisingly.
Who was that?
Show from Breaker's Revenge.
Those are the 2 people that played Baker's Revenge.
I still argue the fact that Show isn't broken because he just works so well. He's such a complete character that's why he stomps it on
He's like Lex Luger. He's a total package.
Huh.
What he is.
Interesting.
So, some names so far. We have Gao from Samurai Shodown 5. I believe that's the last boss of the game. I don't remember if he was legal in tournaments, because I personally think Wanfu was worse.
Actually,
not Wanfu, the old man who flies.
Genfu.
Genfu. Yeah.
No, Yunfei. God damn it, you crazy
Hey.
names.
There you
It's Yunfei, because I remember him being stupid. If it's 5 regular, Gao I don't think was playable, and 5 special I believe he is.
Yeah, he's playable in 5 special. I know it that much.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about 5. 5 was pretty much a dead game the moment it came out. Yunfei destroyed the game. It's because hey, let me hit you once and let me fly away.
Oh.
So for people who don't know, Yunfei's thing, his gimmick is that he had what was essentially Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon as a special move, where every button inputted a flight in a different direction. And for jump, you could have access to all 4 flights. So it was like fly forward and downward, fly forward and upward, fly forward and downward, or backwards and so forth. But he also had a wall jump, which reset the flight counter. So you would do 3 flights, jump off the wall, 4 flights, jump off the other wall, and then just be a jackass the entire time. And
This sounds like the worst idea that somehow made it through playtesting ever.
So,
What playtesting? It's SNK.
I played a shit out of 5 regular. Like I really love this game because Regency had it. So to make matters worse, he had a command throw that drained all your rage. All of it. You could be a complete range, and he just stole it. And that powered up his fireball attack from being like a little piddly short-range Godoken Dan attack to being a half-screen, full vertical length of the screen fireball. It chipped the shit out of you.
I don't.
He also had a
What?
glitch where if he went into enlightenment mode, which was the whole thing where if you didn't go into rage, you could spend meter by doing like a little charge pose, which gave you basically a matrix mode when your health reached a certain threshold. He had a glitch where if you did that, unarmed yourself, and then stomped him, which was one of his command normals, he just disappeared from the game. These are all things I would do in match. And as you can tell, people stopped playing me after a while.
Wow.
And outside of him, Samurai Shodown 5 also had the Yoshitora Infinite.
Yeah, that was
Which-
easy to set up.
Yeah, it was easy. That was one of the things. It was just so easy, and it was so good.
Yep.
So Samurai Shodown 5, all around spectacular game. There was no
I was about to
reason
say,
release Samurai Shodown 5 special. I don't know why SNK did that.
I was about to say, this sounds like it may be the most broken game ever.
Well, it was also legitimately broken. If you did Jubei Super without your weapon, it just reset the game.
Yeah.
That's wow.
pretty bad.
That shit's
Yeah,
powerful.
like if you ever got really mad at someone for beating you, you would be like, "Oh yeah, you're on a win streak, buddy. Let's see how good you are against my unarmed Jubei."
I dare you to hit me.
Okay. So the next character, well, this is a set of characters. We have AE twins.
they're oppressive, but they're not broken.
I felt like they over-nerfed Yang. Like, maybe they could have taken a little bit down, but I think it was more of just like a knee-jerk reaction to be like, oh, he's Yoon's brother. Let's take him down, too.
That's usually what happens.
It's like the family thing, you know?
This is my take on all this. I don't think they're broken. I just think Yun was just quite possibly one of the most impressive characters. Just because, like, you look at all the tournament results, he won like 90%.
Yeah,
of them.
he was easily just the best. I don't know that he was broken.
Yeah, he had too much stuff that was like safe, right? Like,
Yeah, invincible up kicks for no reason.
his palm, a double palm attack, just having the biggest hitbox in the world.
didn't it give you super meter too if you canceled out a projectile?
Probably.
Yeah, I think it gave you slightly more meter. It also the super fun EX rush punch that's either advantage on block or a juggle starter on hit.
Yeah.
That's full screen.
Yeah, I think his biggest issue was he just had too many ways in that were either safe or better than safe. And then he also had really good wake-ups.
You know what I equate him to? I equate him to Show.
I don't know. The thing about
He
me
has
for A... Oh,
everything.
wow.
Where he's just the best at everything.
I don't know if he had
Yeah.
everything. I always liked the fact that when I started playing Yang in AE, Rom told me, okay, remember all that stuff you learned about Third Strike Yang? Just forget it, because none of it matters anymore.
Okay, so
That's about true.
Yeah. It's like, you want to go full wreck up like on block? Why not?
Everyone done with Yang? Yun? Or you
Yeah, I don't have much to say about them other than that.
Next character is a character I know nothing about. Alpha 152 from some Dead or Alive game. I don't know which.
We'll leave this to our resident poverty expert.
Well, she's in the new one, and she's still pretty good, but the only benefit that you have is that she can't. I think she can't like do anything on wake up. She can't kick her and something like that. But I remember back playing against her. What in like 3 was it? And the damage output was just ridiculous. It was like a faster, more damaging Kasumi for no reason, and there was like more combos. It's just 60% without hazards. It was legitimately just frustrating. Like, but she was a boss character anyway, so they've toned her down a bit since then, but she's still really decent.
She sounds like a problem. I don't know if she's the most broken though.
No, I wouldn't. I
Is
wouldn't
she
say
dual status?
that. No, Dural. That's all I
Dural
gotta
is
say.
amazing.
I can't say anything other than laughing because, yeah, that's just a great character.
Next character is a character that all of us are familiar with. Nakururu from CVS 1.
Yeah.
She's really bad. Damn, that character.
I never had the displeasure of facing off a good Nakaruru in CVS 1, or a good CVS 1 player for that matter, but the videos I saw look pretty annoying. She's still kind of annoying in CVS 2 also.
Yeah, but she's not as oppressive.
Yeah.
I just remember being able to do pretty much any of the slashes and just be like, I'm cool. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about anything.
Nope.
Life's good. The money never runs out. MC Hammer.
All the money just rolls right in.
Yep.
Prints itself.
You ever take a mama haha to the face?
Ugh.
She's really bad, considering you saw most teams play her. Just almost everybody played that character.
Yeah.
She's pretty good candidate for a game that was not only widely played, but actually considered a pretty solid game at the time. And yet she was still there. She's like, hey, what's up? I'm S+++ tier. Yeah.
I remember a lot of people were like some people were excited that she was in there, but everybody else is kind of like, she doesn't even fit in this universe. It's like, what? Come on, man.
She's from a different timeline. Why is she in this game?
Oh
That was the
God.
main complaint I heard from SNK fans.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
the different time.
How can SNK fans complain about that and not even bat an eyelash at my being in Haru's ending in Samurai Showdown 1?
That was Genon's ending. Thank you very much.
Okay, sorry.
He's supposed to be. She's supposed to be Gehan's like great granddaughter in the American translations. Get it right, Chris. Gosh.
Oh, cyber fanatics.
Wow. So now that we've respected the lore, can we please move on to the next character?
Next character, I know nothing of this game. Gato from Bloody Roar 2.
Every
I
character in
actually
that
think
game
I
is
did
stupid.
play that game, and I do enjoy Gato. He's the lion. I don't know much about it, but in a lot of the Bloody Roar games, there's just so much silly, inescapable, oppressive. Yo, I got you now. You can't escape. So I'm assuming that's more of the same because I'm talking. Those games are ridiculous. My friend is always sad because they're not gonna make another one again, especially because Hudson dissolved. But I say good riddance.
Look, I'm way more sad that we're never going to get another Adventure Island. That's what's way more important.
That's a big
Yeah,
deal.
that's. Rest in peace.
The one thing about
Rest in
Adventure
peace,
Island,
Master Higgins.
What
he
about,
did all
Villain
that
Secret
running.
Castle?
He did all that running, but never lost any weight.
So?
Look at
You
Butterbean. That guy works out a lot.
Did you not see him? What does he do when he runs though? He's like running and then he gets a skateboard and he just like eats like pineapples and cherries and stuff like the entire time.
Yeah, he should be like super fit, man.
You know what? You got to remember not to trip over that rock, though, because that's instant death.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
Bust
that's
your
the
head
thing.
in the
He
dirt.
can't pull off the Dick Van Dyke. Doesn't work.
No.
Doesn't work.
All right, next one.
Next two characters are Beast and Liotsu from Shaq Fu.
Okay,
I have not played that game.
Yeah, I can confidently say that I didn't play that game.
Has anyone here played Shaq Fu?
I knew better,
Seriously.
dude. Like,
Okay.
Shaq Fu was one of those games they'd have on like the Sears kiosk next to like Gex, whatever the shit it was.
Jet- Oh, that
Oh,
shit was
Enter the
tight
Gecko
though, man.
or Gex 3D.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
3DO, like the original.
Now he's working for Geico.
Yeah. It's a
I mean,
different Gecko,
I
dude.
could go poll Josh in the next room about
Yeah.
Shaq, but I don't really
That's what-
feel like hurting myself that bad.
Man, all I can say is, how are you gonna be the worst character in your own game, Shaq?
Yeah. No, you know why? It's because he's not some crazy alien kung fu martial art master. That's why.
He's like, guys, I play basketball. Why do you want me to fight? It's a non-contact sport.
He's like, I'm only gonna fight if the boss character is Charles Barkley.
Wait, well, hold on. You're gonna say it's a non-contact sport with Shaq? Tell that to Dikembe Mutombo.
No.
Should not be reopening old wounds like that.
Jesus Christ.
Tell Shaq's toe is not a non-combat.
And he's a genie.
And he's got a
makes it
suit of
rain
armor.
murders.
Yeah, I was about to say, and God, Andy Steele, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Aaron Carter beat him?
Oh yeah, because he wrote a song about that shit. Goddamn. Stay free, Shaq.
Why did you see that movie?
Yeah, next topic. Next topic. All right. So the next character is Vega from ST.
Vegas.
He's not even the most broken character in that game.
No, he's
Yeah.
not. I can
But-
see how people would say that because like people who don't really play ST have no idea how to fight the character.
He is without a doubt, in my estimation, the best character in the game now.
Better
Now.
than T-Hawk?
Yes. The Japanese actually don't even put T-Hawk top 3.
Mm.
They put him in about top 8-ish, but people just don't even let Hawk get in now.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, have fun with that. You're never getting in.
Yeah, as long as you don't get knocked down, you're okay. So.
The most broken character, of course, in ST is Goki, Akuma.
Yeah.
And the most broken version of that character, and we discussed this before the show, and my vote is HDR Akuma.
No, he's balanced now. You don't
That
understand.
character, holy shit, what were you thinking? An
Hold on.
inescapable demon.
Look. This is how you find out what they were thinking. Walkman, what was Sterling thinking?
You just passed it out. This is what they were thinking. Walkman.
He was just on Yomi Layer 27. You nerds don't even know nothing about that, okay?
We're not even
You
up
can't
on
even
that
think
shit.
that far ahead. You don't even know what you're going to have for dinner.
I seriously don't, guys. I'm fucked.
I don't, and that's because of a lack of money to buy food.
But
Why am I
not
laughing
only
at
did that character have inescapable raging demon because he got a super, he also had a lot of the same unintended glitches that Akma has in ST that people either were unaware of at the time or somebody didn't tell your boy Sirloin. Like normals, not having hurt boxes, just easily the best fireballs in the game, completely invincible dragon punches. He's a menace. Instant dizzy combos that do like 75%. I mean,
Does Tatsu into DP still do like 50%?
yeah, it does egregious damage.
Who's next?
Next is Ukyo from Samurai Shodown 2.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know,
He
man. That was
character's
really.
pretty silly.
Yeah, he definitely belongs up there. His only bad matchup is a character we brought up earlier, Nakaruru. So, here's the thing with that. He has every single tool. He has complete air control. You're not getting in on him. He's got some of the best buttons, some of the best range, high damage, and he's stupid in every single way.
Yep.
He also has apples and opium.
And tuberculosis.
Was that opium?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, this
He's
guy's
got
got a lot
these-
of vices.
He's got the consumptions of Kosit's opium, and that's why he had the apples. They're to fight the consumption.
We chocks him full of opium, and it's like space apples.
Hey man, when you got TB back in like the 1600s, you come tell me about what medicine you're gonna be using.
Like, fuck.
Yeah,
this-
he runs that game. He runs the entire town around that game. Perhaps the state, country, nation.
Wait, hold on, Gibby. Did you made a point to say that he has every tool, right? Did you happen to emphasize swallow swipe?
I did not. Thank you.
Because that kind of makes him really dumb.
Yeah.
It's like it's bad enough that he has every tool in the game. One of his tools is like the Binford 6100 do-it-all-o-matic. Like seriously, it's like it's off the ground. It hits everywhere around him. It's safe. It hurts.
Isn't it a
What more do you
projectile?
want? No, it wasn't a projectile. It was just like a huge. It might as well have been actually. It's just a huge fucking swipe around him.
He just jumped in here like, Fwah!
Yeah. So for a guy that has tuberculosis, this guy's got a sick air game. Like,
Yeah. I like
He's
how
got
like,
ups,
after
dude.
yeah, he's
I like
got-
after some special
It's
moves he starts
because of
coughing.
all the opium he was on.
Oh, he was high.
Yes.
But here's the
High
thing.
times.
Here's the thing. Like he coughs after special moves, right? But it was never enough to take advantage of his weakness. He's just like, you
Yeah,
know.
dude, he can cancel tuberculosis recovery.
At what point
That's
does he just
great.
fucking die? See, like I think Carmine is like a mutation of that, where it's just like I've got some disease and it's slowly killing me. And
Actually,
you-
haven't you realized it that in any fighting game, tuberculosis is never going to kill somebody? Gen has had tuberculosis for the past 20 years.
very true.
That's true. In fact, it actually just makes them stronger, I guess.
I got that some of that herbal tea.
It brings out their true inner strength. Like the human body and human mind is got such mental fortitude, but it takes something drastic like a disease.
See,
to,
yeah,
really,
it's like when you play in a tournament with a hangover, you actually do better than you would otherwise. Your body is hyper-focused.
Yeah. It's like FDR. He had polio, but it didn't. He used that to his advantage by giving him stronger mental fortitude in order to actually succeed in the presidency.
Okay, we'll take that, I guess.
God bless America.
From
Moving on.
sea to shore.
So the next two sets of characters from Breaker's Revenge, Sho and Saizo. Sho getting 2 votes, the only character on this entire list with 2 votes.
Ask an
I bring them both
FGC
up.
question.
I bring them both up because they were both mentioned at the same time in one post, and they're both the 2 most dominant characters in their game.
Yeah.
And they're the only 2 characters that can really beat each other.
Which just shows a perfect 50-50 matchup and great balance. Way to go, Neo Geo fighting game.
Clearly, they
All I'm
knew
saying
what
is,
characters they were
Saizo
marketing.
having a 2-hit projectile is ridiculous when only like one person can deal with it without using super.
I mean, his normals are all right, but the projectile game ridiculous.
It's
like-
man, what about this bird frog?
Bird frog.
That's yeah. It's like how do I cover the entire screen at once? Oh, I know. I'll use a super.
Super
I got a bird
moves.
frog. I got a frog. Let's do it. Why not?
Yeah,
So-
Bird Frog is pretty awesome.
So let me bring this up because people are talking about it in chat. Baihu is the boss of Breakers. He was not legal. We're talking about characters that are tournament legal. Baihu does
So-
not count. Baihu
so,
is extremely broken.
no
Baihu
characters
suffers
from
from Neo
martial
Geo
arts.
SNK boss syndrome.
That being said, I'd say Tia still is so ridiculous in that game. If,
Yeah,
like,
Tia is a very, very solid third.
if you like, I've played against someone who had Tia down like it was their own body. It was just an extension of their body. This the arcade stick, and it's just you can't do anything. The mix-up is ridiculous. So fast, so oppressive. But good thing to show
Too
where I
Fast
don't
and
have.
Furious?
Yeah, the good thing to show where it's like I don't have to think. I gotta do because I have these tools. It's like
Yeah.
this person's trying to attack me. I'll use this move that makes anybody that pushes anything go away.
So I was like, oh, she's trying to do that jump A nonsense with me. Let me just jump C.
Yeah.
Oh, get away from me. Get away.
I really want to see the hitbox data on that.
That'd be
I
kind of
think
cool.
I think it was that Jed possibly. I know he
Yeah.
put up some box.
He made a Lewis script, so you
Yeah.
can get that running. You can check it out. I should do that.
Next is Bison from Champion Edition, or Dictator, or whatever you guys want to call him. I call him Bison.
He's pretty stupid.
Yep.
But
It's like knockdown. That's it.
But
about
is he
Guile?
best Bipson?
He is easily best Bipson, but yeah, CE Guile gives him a run.
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's like
I mean, if he ever knocks Guile down, yeah, I mean, it's probably a wrap, but good luck.
yeah, Guile's like, this matchup's pretty bad if he knocks me down. But luckily, I'll just make it so that he can never touch me.
Luckily, Sonic Boom is like even. What?
No
Clearly,
Bison.
they knew what they were doing.
They did, clearly.
Yeah.
That's why, in World Warrior, Guile got handcuff glitch. They definitely knew what was going on
They
there.
knew what was going on.
Potentially the legitimately most broken legal character.
Yeah, exactly.
They were-
Actually, legitimately.
There. They was like, "Yo, the fans are gonna love this shit."
And then
Alright, we got any more, Gibby?
Oh yeah, we actually have several.
Oh, okay.
Eddie from Double X.
Yeah, I can see that.
Eddie in Double X is a weird case because he wasn't as bad during that time. It was after a few games went by, they discovered how bad he was. So, it's every game that came out after Double X Reload, and then Slash. In Reload, they figured out things that they could do in Double X, and then by Slash, even though he got nerfed, they figured out things they could do in Double X and Reload. If we tried to play Double X now, yeah, that character's fucking ridiculous. You're not winning. You cannot win. You cannot escape from death. That's worse.
Is he worse than what's it called? Was it Single X Johnny?
Okay, in Guilty Gear X, a bunch of characters had infinites, so that's sort of a different world. Basically, in Double X, just the fact that FRC on close invite hell basically meant you got unblockable every time you got knocked down. So that's cool. If you like losing, yes. But yeah, he was pretty bad.
Yeah, he's pretty bad retroactively. And
Yeah.
currently.
luckily
So-
nobody plays XX anymore, right?
I don't know, man.
You'd be
I
surprised.
saw people play XX. Was it a year or two ago? I think randomly saw some Japanese footage of it. The game's just nuts.
Just bonkers.
Yeah, it is bonkers D Bobcat.
It was like a freaking.
Can we go another year, please, without mentioning bonkers? Jesus,
No, we can't.
hate all
Next
of you.
Character.
Speaking of Bobcats,
Next character is Cabal from Mortal Kombat 3 and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah, he's really bad. And he's equally bad in MK9 for the exact same reasons,
Yeah, so-
basically.
Like, we should just throw an MK9 in there as well.
Just the run, basically. The run punishes everything. The run makes it so you don't try to poke him. The run makes it so you don't try to advance. Instant air fireball basically covers all his other bases. It's just like, yeah, it's cool. I do something about this. Like 4/5 of the screen fireball that's coming near you. That's fine.
Personally, I like Human Smoke.
Human Smoke's really good. Human Smoke's Human Smoke's like immortal to Cabal's god, though. He's Batman. He's like the peak of mortality, but then you have God Cabal in the distance. Because Human Smoke is really good. He's easily, if Cabal was banned, he'd easily be the best character in the game, in my estimation.
Next character is Powell from 2K2 UN.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
he's a good character. He's really good. And
How could you say anybody's more broken than Nameless?
Yeah, especially when, like, what was it? I'm not sure if they fixed it in Togeki or not, but where you could just do quarter circle forward A infinitely and then they die. but Pal is like, you know, he's a really strong, solid character that anybody could probably play, and it's like, oh man, I really want to do those fancy, you know, max mode combos, and it's like, oh wait, quarter circle back C, quarter circle back D, and I can do it over and over. Finish with a super 70%. Thank God bless the close C hit confirmed. The fact that he also has command normals doesn't help. So the confirm is so easy. You
Yeah.
can just do whatever you want. OTGs, aerial momentum change by diving, bouncing around. A move that closes in. Like imagine if Blanca Ball was Blanca Ball, but if anybody shot a Hadouken, it would also bounce back and hit the dude. Like, I mean, it's good.
What? That doesn't sound right.
It's a reflector.
Yeah, it's a reflector ball.
It's a reflector ball that
sound
goes
right.
so it travels forward and it hits you, and then your own projectile hits you, and then Pow recovers before you even recover, and then he gets.
I don't. Why?
3 chances to hit
And-
confirmed, dog.
Right.
So if you took Urian and Blanca and fused them together,
Yeah.
You would have a character I would play all the time.
If you had like Aegis Tackle as like
That would be amazing.
but he's not broken. He's just really good. There's like way better candidates for broken in that game.
Yeah.
So
Shit.
next
fucking-
character is Cinder from Killer Instinct, the original Killer Instinct.
I think every character in that
He
game
just
is dope.
infinites everybody.
Yeah.
Can't you just like do his dash stuff like for free?
Yeah.
He's ridiculous.
he also has that unblockable thing, that like
Yeah.
cross-up cloud or whatever the hell it was.
He breaks an already broken game. Unbreakable infinites and
Yeah, that
gross.
flame dash shit is just like what is that? What was that supposed to be when they made it? Because he just literally turns into like an inch high hitbox and just hits you like 3 times.
I assumed that they thought maybe you were going to be able to just throw fireballs at it or DP it. Or, I don't know.
Like it just like I don't like.
I
half
mean,
the
I
time
played
it-
Cinder in KI, so I was really happy about it. He was the coolest guy. He was made of fire. Come on.
Are you kidding me?
So sick.
Over the guy that was made of ice.
Well, I like them both.
I'm gonna
You're
level with you
flip-flopping
guys.
here, Paul.
No, man, they're like my children. I can't pick one of the other or something.
I thought Jago was the coolest, but with the new incarnation, I
Nerd,
have
get
to be
out.
like, nah, never mind. I mean, dude, he was an angry ninja looking dude. He was just like, I'm gonna throw fireballs with my sword and go crazy.
See, that was all about Chief Thunder because he walked around with 2 tomahawks, he had the sickest hair, and he turned characters into a meat market.
Huh.
It's sick. So, with that,
All right.
next character is a character we're all very familiar with because it's part of the new age. It's Virgil, and it says with X Factor 3.
That's pretty specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a lot going on. No, Virgil's not broken.
No.
I think I personally feel base like without X Factor, Zero's a better character. That's just
Oh, yeah. I would almost argue that people could make reasons saying Zero's broken.
Yeah. There's a reason why Zero's a point character, because he rushes you down, infinites you in the corner, builds meter, or he has the capability of being the lamest character in the game. Like, you could play him either or. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're not going to see a lot of point Virgils. I mean, it does happen, don't get me wrong, but
Like,
it's normally... Virgil is just the go ham with X Factor character, and Zero is the I control the entire screen character.
Virgil is just like the new Wolverine, you know?
Wolverine
Kinda.
needed Akuma.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's just like I'm talking of like all the versus games. Like I
Oh.
want to do infinites or lots of damage, but I don't want to have to work that hard. You know?
Oh man, fucking X-Men versus Street Fighter Storm and Rogue, and pretty much anybody who had a fly mode.
Well, just everyone in X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Dude, Chun-Li was a sick as shit X-Men versus Street Fighter, man.
So
Those
is
fucking
he.
like inch off the ground dashes. What the fuck?
All right, how many more we got?
We only have 2 more.
Okay.
Next one's one of my favorites. Foxy from 2K1.
I didn't play that.
We're gonna have to consult some
So-
Chinese people that play 2K1.
So here's the thing with Foxy. Foxy was just a very strong character overall. If I remember right, she's considered top 2, top 3 in the game. One thing that she has is she literally breaks the game. Like she has just like some of her combos just lock the game up, freeze the game. There are some combos where she does her the move where she stabs forward and travels towards you, like similar to Psycho Crusher.
Okay.
And if it hits you in an odd way, that's it. Done. You cannot touch
Game's
your
just
ass.
done, huh?
Yeah, no, the game still runs, but the timer just goes until timeout. And you cannot touch her.
Sounds fair.
Foxy,
Oh, so she just gambit glitches all the time.
yes, she is just a broken character. Simple as that. There's no better way to put it. Like, she is broken as shit. Not because she can dominate you, but just because she breaks the game.
Because the code is bad.
And,
And last but not least,
I think this is the best one that anyone gave us. Kim, every version.
Oh my god.
somebody is a hater.
Somebody's upset.
Back in the days of Fatal Fury Special, they've just had this chip on their shoulder like the rest of their life.
I got hit by one Hugetsu-san, and that was it.
You mean he can combo into his super, so if I beat him up, he has the capability of destroying me?
If I remember right, Kim was the only character who can combo into super.
At least consistently. Like,
Yeah, well, it was extremely easy with him. Everyone else, their supers had a pretty long delay to it, so you could really combo into it.
yeah. Let's see. 98 Kim's really good. You know, stomp loop. That's ridiculous. And then 02 Kim, you just combo everything into a Rekka, whether it be on block or on hit.
Battle Coliseum Kim.
Yeah, just the best
13
character.
Kim.
11 Kim.
13 Kim. It's like, oh man, his HD combo doesn't do that much damage if you max cancel. It's not really efficient. Oh, but the Neo Max just does a free 300 at the end. Let's just roll with that. All right. Save meter. Do whatever you want.
12
Completely
Kim, 12 Kim was actually kind of good too.
Kim has been really good.
That game, let's not talk about it.
But broken?
I don't know. I think AX and Gutsudan is pretty
I
dumb.
think somebody's just a hater. I think
Yeah.
that's really all there is to it.
I'm
Kim
just
has
trying
been
to.
traditionally really good, though. I want to argue that.
I'm just trying to throw
Oh,
people off my trail. Hopefully they stop playing Kim because they don't want to be cheap bastards.
All right, but so that kind of comes to the end of this. The reason we haven't talked about certain games like Sengoku, HNK is because those entire games are broken.
Mhm.
When pretty much everybody in the game can infinite you off a touch, the most brokenest of broken isn't really worth talking about.
That's not the most brokenest of broken. The most brokenest of broken is when you touch someone and then go into instant kill.
I still think the funniest thing I've ever seen at a HNK was the arcade glitch with Ray, where you just hit him a couple times and do the DP and then you fly away. And it just 40 times.
No, dude, fucking.
Yeah, you just can't. At that point, it's over. It's like it's an instant kill without actually burning any Stargate or anything. You're just like, yeah, I DP'd and just
Oh, it's
get up.
the
and walk.
Dude, early
It's
days
subjector
Sengoku Basara
instant kill.
Cross.
Yeah, it's like
I'm out.
Early
You
days
just
Basara Cross.
you just fly into the air with the dude like in your hand. It's like you're just gonna dunk him on the moon or something.
Fucking basketball glitch. Fuck that shit.
No, it's not even basketball glitch. It's just like he takes it to the hoop and you're going with him.
No, man,
You
early
are
days.
going to that hoop.
Fucking early days Basara Cross, man, with fucking Uesugi Kenshin, where he just like fucking taunt juggle you for like the entire game, and then when he gets tired of that, he just takes you off the screen with a fucking 1-2 combo. That just keeps going for some reason. Never.
And of course, honorable mention always to Tekken 4 Jin. for being
With
a
the
complete
hood.
piece of shit.
With the hood.
But he had a really cool costume.
Had to get the hoodie going.
I don't know what it is, but the complete lack of Last Blade 2 on the list was surprising to me.
That game's balanced.
Did it make you sad?
No. I mean, because the way I look at Last Blade 2 is like, while people do play it competitively, because there has to be so many rules in place to play it competitively, it's like, well, it's kind of fair. The whole game itself is much of a joke.
Yeah.
I do want to quickly address something that was going on in the chat, because this always comes up. The Second Impact Sean versus Ibuki and Akuma argument. So, let me just break down Sean really quickly. Meter glitch. So he gets more meter for hitting punch buttons. He always has Shoto Close Fierce, which is a 4-frame normal, which you always want. There's no time you
That's
want.
true.
You never want the Cowboy Punch in an instance that you would want Close Fierce. He does massive damage off everything. He has really easy confirms into supers off of almost any touch. He has really, really high stun. He has actually a good DP in that one. That's a hit up. He has the Spider Sting DP. He's just really good overall, and he's still not as good as Akuma. Akuma has an unpunishable dive kick. You can parry it, and he lands before you can punish him. You can parry it, try to DP, and there's an off chance that you're gonna lose. You can do a sweep in his face, and he can react visually by jumping the sweep and diving you for full crouch damage combo. And then there's Ibuki, who's, in my opinion, not as dumb as Akuma, but just dumb in a different way. So she didn't have the little knife super, the one where she catches your shadow and does the slashes that she does in 3. Mm-hmm. She had Hashinsho, which was basically a launcher super. She just did like one of those like KOF style supers where it's just a bunch of her normals back to back, and then she launches you at the end.
It's isn't it one of her ultras in 4 and that's just modified?
Yeah, it's the Ultra in 4 where she does a Naruto thing and throws a billion knives at you at the end. I think it's terrible in 4 and it looks horrible. Anyway. The subtlety
Anyway.
The cool thing about it is it was just like comboed off of everything, did decent damage, and then launched you into a 50-50 that went back into that same super. And if I remember correctly, she could stock 3 of them.
Yep.
So if you thought Shippu was bad, imagine if Shippu caused the juggle state.
Yeah, and you can combo it also into itself.
Yeah. Now that's
These
dumb.
are all good reasons.
Yep.
But isn't she banned? I don't remember.
No, not
Okay.
really.
She wasn't
Pretty sure
banned.
nobody's banned in Second Impact.
Yeah, that's one of those anything
Shinoko.
goes.
Shinoko was actually banned.
Well,
Well,
Shinakuma is
Shin.
like not even like technically playable.
Yeah.
Kind of was. There were ways to play him. But yeah, he's banned. Definitely banned.
Yeah, you're not allowed to play him.
All right. So thanks everybody for sending in your ideas, suggestions, and your hate on Kim. So moving on, we actually had a really big week. I wasn't thinking about it in terms of that, but just looking over the amount of things that happened this last week, there was a lot of stuff that got revealed, a lot of additions to games. And of course, the biggest important news for me is all the Arc System Work news we got.
Oh yeah.
We got Zato 1 really revealed, and we have the mystery character for Xrd, and we had all the Persona news come out.
The mystery character for Xrd is actually the Hound gave us a picture. It's been revealed. Chris, can you put that up?
Oh yeah, I'll get on that real quick.
I'm actually
me see
surprised it's
right
the character.
here.
It's pretty sick. Looks like the character's gonna be really broken.
Yeah, good stuff to the Hound for doing research and figuring this out for us.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Arc System Works is doing the whole guest character thing from other companies. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's really nice to see them do that. Anyway, here it comes, guys. Unveiling, one time only, SDR exclusive.
Really afraid of what this is.
That's beautiful,
Wow.
man.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it.
Yeah.
Crab Tank destroys all.
And Crab Tank is unstoppable.
Pretty sure SNK sold the rights to Crab Tank to Arxis
Wow,
just for this game.
that's pretty cool.
So, Paul, sorry
Alright.
to interrupt you. Go on.
No, I'm just mesmerized by Crab Tank, frankly. No, but honestly, it's really interesting stuff to see the return of the Zato name. obviously, which has gotten a lot of people wondering what the heck is up with Xrd, where is it supposed to be in the story, if it's going to matter at all.
I still think the story is going to matter because we have seen the years and everything.
Yeah.
My guess is, from what I remember in the Guilty Gear story, from little pieces I know, is that Eddie was being chased by Milia and Venom. My guess is they somehow helped him overcome the Eddie Spirit guy thing, monster.
I don't know. I'm going to turn my attention here to story nerd Chris. What do you think, Chris?
All right, here's what we got going on here. We got Zato-1, who a long time ago used to be a man that could already control his shadow, but had no idea that his shadow was actually infected with a prototype gear that basically gave him all his strength and took him over at the end of Guilty Gear Missing Link. And Guilty Gear X, he's of course, not dead yet, just a tool of Eddie's, manifestations and whatnot. And I guess he just ends up succumbing to it eventually. By the time we see
so what do you think has happened between
I'm just
then
putting together
and
a case here, man. You can't just go right into it. But what do I think of it? I think, and I made a tweet about this earlier, that Zato-1's ghost comes down to possess Eddie.
What?
Yeah.
Huh? So you're saying...
Because Zato's dead.
So Zato's dead, so his ghost is somewhere around. So it comes back and takes over the forbidden beast Eddie that has taken over Zato-1's corpse.
Exactly. So Zato-1's ghost is controlling Eddie, who possessed Zato-1's body, and therefore Zato-1's ghost is repossessing his body by controlling the ghost that is controlling his body.
Oh, it's getting repossessed?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Fucking
So you
repo
tell me
total.
Zato-1's the repo man.
That's exactly what's mine is
man.
mine and what's yours is mine.
Honestly, the most logical thing that I thought is Eddie's just pretending to be Zato. I don't know.
Actually, that is very possible.
Ocelot.
That's also possible by now, because Eddie has steadily developed things like emotions and thoughts and whatnot. Before he was just a big dumb animal. He may or may not think he is Zato at this point because he has no real image otherwise.
Oh, is this going to be some Superior Spider-Man shit?
It's possible.
Eddie becomes self-aware.
Yes.
What's that? That's what I think Chris is getting at.
It could be possible.
Well,
Or
I wanna
Zato might have got some help from Carmine because those dudes
Yes,
hang out.
This may sound odd, but I really want to see what they're going to do with his voice. Because
I do too.
He has a different voice actor. From what I remember, the original Zato-1 voice actor died. Which
Yeah.
is why they changed the character to Eddie.
Yep.
I figured they were just going to retire the name altogether. The fact that they bring it back now, are they going to bring back the old voice clips from Zato-1, or is it going to be someone?
I'm likely to believe they'll just keep the same voice actor. He's pretty well known.
He does a really good job with Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the speculation on the mystery character is, I have no idea. A lot of people are saying it could be Valentine or Dr. Paradigm, but even so, it doesn't quite look like them from the pictures we've had. It could be any number of things, honestly.
It could be Rachel Alucard from that scene in the ending of BlazBlue where she's in that bed.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. What?
I personally think it's probably just a new character.
Well,
It could be.
I see the character sitting on what looks to be a chair of some kind.
Yeah, it looks like a chair or a bed or
I'm
something.
thinking it's like another version of RoboKai.
Oh, it's RoboCop
Crabo
Mark II.
Crabokai?
Yeah,
Strapped to a bed.
Mark II featuring Potemkin Buster.
But seriously, it does. The silhouette looks like a mix of BlazBlue characters.
What if it's Leopoldon from Iska?
Oh god.
Wait, the person running the suit or the suit?
That's the person running the suit.
Yeah. Dog, dude.
Yeah.
What? I don't even remember this.
Well, I'm trying to think about
The
it.
final boss.
Yeah, the final boss from Iska was a giant dog with
Oh.
a dog suit.
Okay.
My question is, who's
Yeah, I
going to be
played
related to
Iska.
this character? Iska, man, come on. That reminds me, I want to talk about the Guilty Gear Olympics, but I'll do that later.
What?
It's something I came up with in my head over the weekend. I may or may not have been drinking.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Okay, in other news, obviously we got the reveal for Persona 5.
And like
Which
3 other Persona games or something.
Yeah, and all the other Persona games. The only one that honestly mattered to me is the revelation that we're going to get Persona 4 Arena 2 sometime next summer, I believe they said.
Yeah, they said it's coming out in Japan around July.
And there are rumors that the game is going to release in arcades in Japan this week.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like, maybe not this week, but sometime in the winter season.
So,
That's cool.
really excited to see how that game, how the game turns out. I thought a lot of the ideas that we've seen from Loke tests, more defensive options from characters, including a defensive role, basically having EX versions of every character. I'm excited for the game. I think it could be really cool. I'm hoping that what all these different system options and changes to the characters allow is people to actually play characters more freeform, as opposed to the straight line that it felt like most characters were on in Persona 4, the first game.
Yeah.
I definitely want to play this one. I didn't play the first one at all. I mean, I probably would play it as well, but I just too poor at the time and all that. My main gripe with the new one is the addition of Adachi. Everything was fine until that character showed up.
Sound like a hater, dude.
Yeah, I was about to say, just gonna hate from the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm mad. I'll just say it like that. Yeah.
What's wrong with Adachi?
You know what's wrong with him.
No, I know everything that's right with Adachi.
Whatever.
I'm telling you, dude, don't you want the Narukami versus Adachi character-specific win pose where Dojima comes out after Adachi loses and just yells, "Shut up, Adachi!" I'd be like, just throw my wallet. Just throw my wallet at an arcade machine.
I don't think it takes bills.
Can we get a video of Alex just running up to an arcade machine and just throwing his wallet at it and yelling, "Take my money"?
Maybe that'll
That'd
be the
be
next
great.
promo.
What else do we have from Arxis?
That was pretty much it from Arxis this week.
What? What
Okay.
about the Persona dancing game? Music game.
Persona 4 dancing all night?
Was that Arxis?
Have to.
Yeah.
No, we don't have to. So
Excellent.
next is there's a Street Fighter 4 Ultra Loke test happened this past weekend.
Yeah, the first one happened this last weekend, and we're going to get the second one this coming weekend. If you live in Southern California, it's going to be at Super Arcade, Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday. The change list, apparently the official change list came out from Capcom today.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
This-
that's what Shoryuken posted at least. So, and for at least the old, obviously the returning characters, it doesn't give you much in the way of information about the new ones. But overall, I was kind of tweeting when all the information was going on. I like the changes overall. It feels like most people actually got all buffs as opposed to tweaks here and there, except for a few characters who just got destroyed. Zangief, Adon, people are saying Dictator, which I don't necessarily agree with as much, but all had some pretty controversial changes and unnecessary ones at that. Overall, the game looks like it will be more. I mean, okay. Hard to say from this, but it looks like the game could be more poke heavy. So, thoughts?
I, for one, am really glad that Capcom remembered what it means to be off the ground. So the entire time I'm staring at these Cody changes, because Cody's one of my favorite characters. And I'm just staring at this, just crack kick, just something about crack kick, please, crack kick. How frustrating was it to play Super for the first time? You know, run up into a Zangief's face and you're like, yeah, this guy's going to mash Ultra on Wake Up. And you know what? I'm going to meaty crack kick him with the idea that I'm going to hop off the ground and boot his ass. Only to get grabbed while Cody's legs are fucking tucked into the air. This dude is vertical as can be. And this guy just got gripped. Do you understand the dissatisfaction I had with the game? Like, bar everything else from just, things I didn't like. Just that singular moment in time. Just, I just said, fuck you. But with these changes right here, official change, crack kick, now airborne, first frame. Thank you. Like, whoever realized that's a good idea at Capcom, give him a raise. Oh no, blow him personally. Like, this guy knows what he's doing. Like, the fact that they did this with other characters as well is actually really cool. Like, Juri got a really similar change with her overhead.
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff that makes poking really fun when you have moves that beat out other moves. When Ryu can just low forward everything because Jury's overhead doesn't hit low enough and doesn't hop high enough to avoid it. Where's the Yomi? Like, what would Serlin think about this?
Nothing, Anthony? No.
Yeah, no, nothing.
I play Guy.
Make sweeps cancelable. I don't know.
Yeah, seriously, like, to whoever on the staff did that, they deserve an O job.
One thing, I was watching some match videos. One thing I really wanted to point out is how stupid Elena's healing is. It gives
that
her,
shit.
like, I think 50 to 60% life in, half a second?
Yay.
And it seems to be startup interval. She could be hit out of it, but the few startup frames seem to be invulnerable, and then she gets her life in a snap.
The best part about it is that in a game like Ultra Street Fighter 4, even if you get punished for it, you're gonna come up life positive because it doesn't matter.
And then you're going to get another Ultra.
Yeah, and you just do it again. Just keep doing it.
Oh man, those Elena mirrors, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
That actually sounds like the best timer scam in the game afterwards.
Yeah,
where it's
it
like,
is, man.
3 seconds left. Well, I'm going to do my 2-second healing.
I will say, a lot of people are saying Elena looked strong, just even outside of healing, and I'm glad that she looked pretty good. Apparently people are saying Rolento is alright and Poison as well. I'm glad that the new characters are looking strong, but not ridiculous, and overall not terrible, except for Hugo, who I think we all knew was going to be terrible anyway.
Yeah.
But it's still disheartening. Even setting myself up for that didn't help. Just everything I hear about it, it's like, he's horrible. Wasn't there...
He's really big.
Something was
That's everything I hear about it.
I hear that, like, against Jury, it's practically like a 10-0 matchup. Like...
Yeah, like, he can't avoid Jury's projectiles.
No, it sounds like fighting Oro without parries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's... You can't get close to her because she could just poke, and then your moves are too slow to do anything about it. And even if she does a negative move, she just fireballs, and then she can control the screen with fireballs. It's just I mean, her fireball isn't the best; it doesn't go full screen. But guess what? Hugo can't do anything full screen anyway, so it's just you're done. It's over. It's
When your entire hurt box is the size of the screen, having a fireball that hit all over the screen is probably your weak point.
I would
Yeah.
actually like to read this quote from Urio, because I just thought it perfectly encapsulates the Hugo from the playtest. He is so big, it's just impossible. The only combo I knew was crouching light kick into EX Lariat. You can land crouching light punch a lot. Standing medium kick is an overhead. His normals are so heavy and slow that he doesn't have many that you can use. I think he is just too big. Thoughts on being too big?
Is he too big to fail, though?
yeah. Will the government bail me out if I play Hugo at a tournament? Be like, hey, I lost. I went 0-2. Can you bail me out here on this tournament pot? Like,
Yeah,
You just all of a sudden you get your entry back.
to the
you
secret
go.
triple
Actually, that
elimination
might
bracket.
happen. They've done it before.
get my entry back. I'll get 800 billion plus. Please.
Well, yeah, one thing I want to bring up about the new characters. I spoke to several Japanese players who've already played the game, and almost everyone I talk to has the same exact opinion about Memento. They hate him. He's not Alpha 2 Memento. He's
Sadly.
nothing like Alpha 2 Memento. He's
What
got
do they
the
say he
pokes.
plays like?
They say he plays very similar to Cross Tekken, just better. From what they're saying, he doesn't play like any of the versions most of us have come to know and love.
Oh, well, that's really disappointing.
Yeah. But they're saying his pokes are amazing. His stand light punch is possibly the best in the game.
You know what really bugged me? Take no prisoners. He's like talking while he hits the wire.
Yeah.
You can't even hear the noise.
Nope.
You barely hear the noise, and the go sounds more like. It's like
He's like, oh.
what do you say?
He whispers it as he's jumping up in the air. He's like, go.
Something I didn't know about that. I was talking to a professor from Mad Man's Cafe. I guess that's homage to some old Japanese TV show where like this assassin would kill people in that same exact way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like,
I never knew that.
That's cool.
news to me. Well, that's pretty cool. That's why it's an amazing super because it's from an assassin.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed that we can't get a good audio of the twang. Like that's
Yeah.
what made that super like come together.
Yeah.
Just it's like, oh, this dude's got hooked. Thunk.
Murphed out.
You know, I'm pretty
Especially-
sure the old twang was actually made with a real string connected to a dresser, pulled really tight, and then someone just boink, just did that to it. And this new one was made with computers and shit.
Yeah, this
It's all fuzzy.
This synth twang ain't doing it for me.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this futuristic bullshit.
I don't
But
like it.
the best part was just, you know, you're sitting back, you're not sure what to do. Someone throws a fireball, you hit them, full screen, kill them. The super flash comes, and just all sound stops, and you just hear. Ding. It's the best. It's the best feeling ever. It's like,
You remember when Relento Super made you feel good? Pepperidge Farm remembers?
speaking of Relento Super, what is he
Oh,
throwing
my
fire?
super looks like complete ass.
Is he throwing firecrackers on the ground? What?
Yeah, they're like illegal Chinese fireworks.
Like, first of all, the explosions are super low, and they're
It
incredibly
seriously is
small.
like 4 M80s he's just throwing at you.
Yeah.
And he rolls back like no distance, and it's just so slow. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna casually like tumble away.
Well, nobody's gonna use that shit anyway.
Those are M80s, man. That's a half stick of dynamite each. That means like 4 of them is like 2
I
sticks
thought
of
it was like
dynamite.
Blew off
quarter
your leg.
stick of dynamite.
What do you mean no one's gonna use it? What am I gonna use my meter for? EX Stinger? EX
Yep.
Patriot Circle? Like,
Wait, did
What?
you see what EH Patriot Circle looks like?
no.
Oh, you mean where he steps back and does Patriot Circle?
No, it's just the last spin of Patriot Circle, and it launches or something.
Just like
Yeah.
Cross Tekken?
Fucking
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the cross-second
Oh my god! What are you gonna do off of a launch?
I don't know. That's your
Minesweeper.
character, man. I play
Ah,
guns.
Minesweeper.
I'm gonna spend my 25 meter. Hopefully, I can get enough back to do a super.
Hey, you picked bad characters, man. Just give them the winning team,
Amazing.
man.
Ah,
For those of you who actually haven't seen the supers yet, they're all up on YouTube on the official Street Fighter channel.
it's
Yeah.
legitimately like Relento's rolling backwards and lighting his own farts as he rolls.
Just go to youtube.com/CapcomSF and all 4 are there. And still no word on the new 5th character who's never been in a fighting game. Whatever.
I want that character to be so broken everyone cries.
The 5th character?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
solid.
He needs to have like 1400 health, you know. Just
All right, hold
It's
on.
Sunwolf.
I figured it out. What if they give the biggest FU to every Alex fan ever and put his trainer?
that wouldn't be an FU to true Alex fans.
No, because then they would do it. Don't you remember? It's Jean Renault, right?
Yeah.
That's his trainer. But what if they do the whole
Oh,
thing like
no.
they
I
did
know
in
where
Onimusha
you're
3,
going.
where,
God damn it.
where in the first round it's Jean Renault doing the voiceover for the character, but then in the second round it's some John Wayne sounding motherfucker.
Alex, I hate you. Shut up. Go away.
It's the professional. Come on, and then all of a sudden it's just some like really like American sounding dude. I'm a Frenchman in Japan. Dee-dee-dee-dee. I have a gun.
Sticking to the topic of Street Fighter, this new proximity block option select thing here going on.
I heard that was gimmicks.
There's mixed reaction. High level players are saying it's strong, but it can be easily beatable. I was watching a lot of low mid level matches with an Abel just sitting back, mashing crouch light punch over and over, like he's standing full ultra distance away, and it's like, you press a button, you get ultra. God, this is hilarious. It's like it's seriously the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Somebody drew up like an alt text comic of just word balloons of Ultra David and Jim Chen commentating a match between
yeah.
2 Kami players, and I thought it was probably the most brilliant assessment of it ever.
Put that up in
Just-
Skype.
Let me get the image there for you.
So, how exactly does it work? I think I had the details, but I'm not entirely sure.
So the basic idea is that you do a motion. Let me give you the example that's really simple. So Cammy can do something like Tiger Knee EX Cannon Drill.
Yeah.
Because that's the only one that she can do from a jump back.
Yeah.
And if it is such that they throw nothing out and they block it or they try to throw it or they do something that doesn't force you to go in the block, your EX Cannon Drill will come out. If at any moment during that motion, since you're doing an extra motion to get like buffer and ultra, if at any moment they make you go into block, that triggers like that part of the motion, and the ultra comes out. So you basically get an automatic on-reaction counter ultra. And it works differently for other characters. There's a few things that have been discovered with like Sagat, where he has like a really cute setup where he does like low short, low forward, fireball, and then he buffers a DP motion. And if something is close enough to trigger him to go into proximity block, he'll DP it. Or if it doesn't trigger proximity block, nothing happens.
Well, that's... Why does that work?
Because
People are speculating it's because of the buffer window in Street Fighter 4 being so large, but I don't think anybody knows for sure.
Can they, like...
It's one of those things you can't even ask Capcom, because people have already found out that unblockables are still in the game.
Yeah, can we just not have Ultra Street Fighter 4 and just, like, move on? A new
Hey guys,
engine?
can we not? Anyway, I don't know.
Well, here, let me give you a hypothetical, Tony. What if your only option to move on was a next-gen fighting game?
Give me a PC port.
What if that PC port was the killer app for a next-gen console? Would you buy it on instinct?
No.
Very good.
Well, speaking of, I'm sure Justin Wong's pretty happy about Killer Instinct because he walked away with a pretty sizable amount of money this last weekend.
sizable amount of money, a bunch of free Xbox stuff. He got an Xbox One, a bunch of games. I know he put up a picture on his Instagrams.
And honestly, a lot of people who just went to the regional tournaments and got like first through third places. I know the third placer, wow, redundant, in San Diego ended up walking away with an Xbox One and games as well. So pretty good prizes, honestly, just for playing. What?
Say it.
Just
Joe, keep going.
What?
Okay,
Oh.
I don't know what happened there.
I think he died.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
anyway,
sorry.
people in top 3, everyone who placed in top 3 got a free Xbox One along with like a year subscription of Xbox Live, some free games, and some Microsoft money. So that's actually really good for something like this. Like
yeah.
people, there was the Street Fighter tournament that happened when Street Fighter 4 came out. What, if you got first place in your regional tournament, you got like a wristband and a headband. It's like, yeah, so sick. I'm a street. No, I want that. Give me the stuff that's worth the money.
Yeah, I have those headbands.
Yeah, they're pretty crummy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Justin. I believe Justin won. He went to the national tournament too for winning the region. He won a pretty neat looking belt, I gotta say. And I believe there was cash on there too, like 15 or 20K or something like that. Anyone know how much it was?
Not sure, but people are saying that it was just 25K in prizes spread throughout the winners. I'm not sure what he ended up walking away with other than a lot of prizes, but still, considering he got free trip to Florida. And I think
you're neglecting the most important thing he got, which was the title of Killer Instinct Champion.
He won probably the biggest Killer Instinct tournament there ever will be.
I don't know about that.
Well, yeah.
All right. Here's one of those things. Like, we'll be fair. I don't think any of us has gotten a chance to touch the final, heaviest quotations ever product. But expect a fair and balanced review once we actually do get to play it, because I'm interested. If they fix a bunch of the stuff that I didn't like, I'm more than willing to play it.
Yeah.
And I hope it does well.
I don't know. It still looks funny as fuck to me.
Actually, it's actually getting really good press right now. Not just from press, but from players.
Okay. I'll say this. I hate the press it's getting because it's stupid. Because people are praising the fact that it's only a couple characters, which this was the same reason that another game by the name of Skullgirls got fucking lambasted for.
Yeah.
It was like, it's only got 8 characters. Fuck you, Mike Z. I hope you burn in hell.
that's pretty true.
Characters.
Yeah.
Please.
The one thing to note was Skullgirls. I remember people specifically pointing out 8 characters and none of them are men. How am I going to play without a male?
That's fucking blasphemy, dog!
The one thing that everyone seems to agree on with this game, whether they like it or hate it, is that apparently this has the best online play ever for a fighting game. So I'm curious.
Again, I'm gonna say Skullgirls. I'm gonna reiterate
I
that.
still don't.
Have you even compared the two yet?
To me, the best is CT, Blaze Blue CT.
Well,
think
that was good. Yeah.
Like, I really want to see how good this is because I'm hearing reports of people from the Midwest playing people in Australia, Japan, or not Japan, just different parts of the world, and getting solid connections where it's perfectly playable.
I don't even know anymore.
But you do have to wonder how stressed the network is actually at this point, because how many Xbox Ones are actually out in people's hands at this point?
Yeah, that's true.
There's like 80 people playing KI online. It's the best netcode ever, dude. This
Everybody else plays
is the best party I've ever been to. It's not crowded at all.
I can drink all the booze myself, and while everybody else is playing COD in the other room having a great time.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
it's one of those things that the press pisses me off. It's like, oh, this amazing, never before done training mode. I think Skullgirls did it, and if it wasn't Skullgirls, Virtua Fighter 4 did it.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
Was
That
it really
training
that
mode was
necessary
amazing.
though? Like, I mean, I haven't played the game yet, so I'm not trying to guess how deep or not deep this game is. But like, VF required some prior
No, actually,
reading.
the thing that was interesting about VF training modes is that it actually kind of taught you how to play fighters. Like the generic ideas of like, hey, this is what you do when you're defending. Hey, are they defending too much? You can throw them. Hey, they're throwing too much? This is how you escape. Really basic stuff like that. And I'm not going to shit on KI itself for making that training mode. I'm actually glad that it has it. I'm shitting on the people that review these games and have these really horrible opinions of X game is good because of Y, but Y game is good because...
Of
Oh,
why?
wait, it's not. I hate it. Even though it has the exact same reasons as the first game. Like, seriously. Nobody ever gave that kind of attention to Skullgirls training mode, or Virtua Fighter's training mode for that matter, and they're fucking amazing. But for some reason, we have, people just going nuts about this game's wonderful, wonderful training mode.
Well, you also have to remember that a lot of gamer press before wasn't too heavy on the fighting game genre. Like, it was kind of I mean, we all remember how Guilty Gear got reviewed so long ago.
I'm gonna say paid reviews. Personally.
Paid
The
reviews?
thing is, the reviews and press I was talking about was from actual players, like not people getting paid or someone.
I trust the actual... depending on the player, I trust them even less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that player. Yeah, so we'll see how this does. It seems to be doing well. It's going to be at Wednesday Night Fights on
Of course it
free
is.
play for casuals. This Wednesday, I'm almost positive it's going to replace a game at the Runback that's been pretty dead.
Uh-huh.
That all of us know pretty well.
Got no one to blame but yourselves!
Yeah, so that game is most likely getting canned from the Runback. The tournament has been canceled for I think 3 or 4 weeks straight now. There's obviously not going to be a tournament this week since there's no Runback this week due to Thanksgiving. But Wednesday Night Fights is still going to happen. It'll have Street Fighter. I forgot what else. It's going to have games. So we'll see. It can do really well, or it can do really, really poorly. It's going to be one or the other. I don't think it's going to be in between.
Here's a dumb thing. If it does really bad, it's probably still going to stay on, because people will at least show up to that shit.
Well, yeah, that's what matters. If people show
Well,
up,
here's the thing.
game, that's it.
Look at games that have been pushed like that, because this is admittedly one of the problems that Skullgirls has. Is it wasn't able to get pushed for whatever reason. There was a lot of issues with Konami and overall not having as much money as a major company like Microsoft does. But look at another game that did have a lot of money and a lot of promotion that ended up dying out, even after having a major $25,000 tournament. A little game by the name of Cross Tekken.
Oh boy.
Nerd
talking
Josh,
about?
where is he now? Oh wait, he's over here.
What are you talking about? Everybody still plays the game.
Yeah, man.
I'm
LPN.
As soon as this call's over, I'm just gonna call my boy Tony up and be like, "Yo, bruh, that stupid show's over. You ready to get on this Cross Tekken on this PSN, homie?"
Hell yeah! Then after we can play some PlayStation Sony All Stars. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That game, the staying power game, ridiculous.
They don't know about that PlayStation
I'm pretty sure I
All-Stars
can get that
Underground.
game for like $15 at Target now.
Yo, that is like the living embodiment of the word stick-to-itiveness. Like, that game doesn't go away.
I'm pretty sure I can get the game and $15 because someone doesn't want it anymore. They're like, please.
That might be true. I think, but honestly, regardless of how we look at the marketing for games like that, and Cross Tekken and Mortal Kombat, and not as much Injustice, but they have done a lot of big events rolling it out. It's only good, as much as we may dislike these get day zero tournaments. It's only good for people in the community to play these games, because if they are giving away big money prizes, that's essentially free money. You're not working that hard. I can understand people being upset that they're not putting that money into tournaments for the long haul, and that's a little distressing. But the fact that that could be used, that initial monetary sum could be used to draw new people into the scene, new players, or all that press, it can be good. I don't think we can just look at it as a bad thing. I think it's be like, all right, it's not the ideal thing, but it's not terrible either.
No, the only complaint I'll have is there's a bunch of times when they do these promotional tournaments, and you can see the amount of money that's been tossed at Killer Instinct. Like, what if it turns out to be some, like, really easily fixed thing that was overlooked that makes the game crash? It's like, couldn't you have spent some of that money on fixing that? Like, paid a consultant to come in an extra day?
I don't think they would do that anyway, though.
Well, all right. Here I am, losing logic and reason and trying to apply it to a real-world situation. I'm an idiot.
That doesn't work. Go away.
The question is, can they have another $25,000 prize tournament like next year?
It's Microsoft. Of course they can.
They could.
Yeah, I think
But will they?
that's the thing. Is I think it should be, well, it should behoove the community to encourage them that, hey, we're going to play, and hey, we'd really like you guys to support us. But I mean, I don't know if that'll actually do anything.
It may or
So.
may not. It depends on a couple of factors. Like, one, do these people even have a place to play? Like, we always talk about, like, you may want to play a game and win a $20,000 pot, but is it going to happen anywhere near you? Are they going to partner up with any of our major TOs, or are they just going to keep hosting their own events in their own backyards, and everybody else is going to get fucked,
Yeah.
Well, one thing I did want to point out is, so Justin wins this tournament, and the first reaction from people is, oh, Justin got a free copy of the game. He's had it for months, been playing and practicing. That's why he won. I'm positive he didn't have the game. Like, he's been in Mexico. He's been traveling around the world for the most part for the past month. When would he have had time to play the game? Paul?
Hey, man, the only guys I saw playing the game were fucking Maximilian and Bucktooth.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like what they gave, was it a week before the tournament, the regional tournaments, that they put it in Microsoft stores for people to play?
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had the Loke tests at several different fighting game events. Honestly, there was plenty of time for him to at least familiarize himself with the system. And fundamentals go a long way.
From what he said on Twitter, he and Flo played the game for about 4 hours straight at the Microsoft store in LA, or somewhere around LA.
Yeah.
So that is it. I've known Justin as a player for like well over a decade. That is more than enough time for him to become familiar with the game and win a tournament in the game.
Oh, yeah. Because, well, I figure you got a lot of players who, when they took time with the Loke version, were trying to learn combos. Justin and Flo probably broke down the system and basically just decided what they could take the most advantage of on people who were unaware of it.
And it worked.
Yeah.
It turns out they figured out that manual doubles are really good and that you should always do them.
Dun-dun-dun.
Oh, also, were any of these KI tournaments streamed?
I don't think anything was streamed,
Yeah,
actually.
actually, that's kind of surprising that, like, it wasn't streamed. But
You mean they didn't do it through the Twitch app?
No.
Ah,
Because I know Justin was actually streaming last night. He was streaming KI last night against, like, he was playing Maximilian, and from what I gather, he was getting destroyed by Max. They were streaming, or he was streaming with just regular stream equipment, I believe. I'm pretty sure he didn't use any in-app.
It's not dead yet.
So,
But when we're done with this, I want to bring up receptions.
Okay.
but, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like people got all up in arms about the tournament and then about Justin winning it. And honestly, and I hate to put it this way, Justin winning a tournament probably does more for the community overall than somebody nobody knew winning it.
Yep.
Because Justin actually means something in the grander picture.
man, you
People
can only
don't like What?
You can only imagine the complaints it would have made if it was CD Junior winning. It's like, oh, then why did he win? He's too crazy and Dominican. Like, why did they allow him to play? It's like, let's just find another reason to hate on somebody that won. All right.
Why did this no-name win the tournament?
Yeah, there would have been. I mean, there's always going to be excuses. So.
Gotta check him at the door, man.
The real question is, why didn't you win the tournament? See?
I didn't go.
No, not you personally. I mean,
Geez, my bad. Oh, okay.
Fourth wall breaking point. You know, just all-encompassing humanity. Why didn't you individual out there?
I can't solve this mystery. Can you?
Yeah,
So-
I guess it's my job.
So the thing I wanted to bring up is PS4 and its streaming.
Mhm.
A lot of people thought it was going to be an actual, like, the most amazing thing, revolutionary thing to happen for console gaming ever, and yeah, it kind of turned out to be one of the worst things for Twitch, not Sony, but Twitch. Twitch.
Oh yeah, I've heard Twitch is having to ban a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, people doing just crazy illegal shit on stream and acting like they're just doing it because, hey, I'm just recording myself doing what I do every single day.
Nobody
Some
nobody
people
said they
are-
couldn't do it. That's the thing.
What's that?
Nobody told them not to. Like, nobody said, like,
Or-
hey, if you fucking twerk on the fucking stream, it's like, you're fired.
Yeah, like that was never pointed out. But besides, like, rules aside, this is not being monitored well. People are just getting away with doing some craziest shit. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah, there's some gross shit going on that.
Yeah, like there's some of the most what's the best way, despicable shit. There you go.
There's some debauchery going on.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yo, chat
Like,
roulette.
Yeah, it's basically now chat roulette. It's just
Now, the thing that gets me is, what would compel you to do shit like this? Like, some of the stuff that you regularly do. Like, I see people just, like people smoking weed, people drinking, people just talking shit to each other. That's normal. But when you actually get I think the guy got his wife drunk or something and then stripped her on stream.
Yeah, it's
Like,
fucking
really?
gross.
Oh,
How
are
you
you
gonna-
kidding me?
Yeah. This is one of those things that wasn't thought through. I guess the way they do it, the way they stream themselves like this is with some game where you play beach ball with a bunch of robots, something like that. I don't know the name of the game, but it turns the entire your entire room into a camera rather than the small little picture that one normally gets when streaming. So that's all I see PS4 being used for right now. I'm not joking. That's all I see being streamed from PS4. That one game. I was looking for Resogun last night. Couldn't find it. Pissed me off.
yeah, that's pretty fucked. But I feel like you give people the freedom to have something like that, and you make it easy for them to access, then you're gonna get some fucked up people.
Hey, here's a question. I wonder if Twitch will do anything about it.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said, "Hey guys, Twitch TV is only for gaming."
Oh, okay.
Technically, they're playing the game, man, as long as they're interacting with the fucking interface. I mean, I swear to God, there's like, they never said how you had to hit the fucking robots.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
That's what the game is, hitting robots.
Yeah, like, alright,
Oh,
like, I'm not
I thought it
saying,
was-
like, I'm condoning the shit, but, like, there's that game where you interact with shit on the screen, and you're just like, use your hands, use your feet, use your wife's half-naked ass, I guess, I don't know. It's like, a bunch of fucked up shit happens all the fucking time on this crap now.
Use your water pipe used for only smoking tobacco when legal.
Like, yeah, like, you give somebody a fucking camera and access to the world, they're gonna fucking act like a jackass sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right and people should have been taught better, but what are you going to do about that when you're going to freaking have a Twitch TV after school special? Don't show your ass on the stream.
Hmm.
Well, the one thing with this is it's going to be it's going to be a pain in the ass for Twitch to actually fix it. The only way they can really do anything about it right now is just to kill streaming for that one game.
Mm-hmm. Or streaming for
I-
anything.
Can they do that?
I honestly don't know.
Or they could do a takedown of the app while they reevaluate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's going to be a
For
pain
Sony.
too, though.
yep,
Like, it'd be... Twitch taking down the app would be negative press for Sony, not Twitch. And it's... I don't know.
I feel
There's
like this is more Twitch's problem, like you said, and I feel like perhaps they were not forward thinking enough to realize that they were going to need a lot of oversight.
Hmm.
Because
question.
Go for it.
So I'm not too familiar with the interface for it when somebody streams through the PS4. Does it still have the same sort of options that somebody that streams normally would have? Like you can report them and,
Yeah, the stream... The actual stream, when I don't know when you're watching through PS4, but if you're watching through Twitch TV, you have the same exact options.
Okay. So it could potentially be fixed because, well, I'm just theorizing here because I would assume that Sony wouldn't want that service to go down because it's a big selling point of the system.
Yeah.
Would maybe the possibility of Twitch hiring, administrators or moderators to actually administrate and moderate might be a decent idea?
that
Like,
would be pretty dope.
Actually go through these reports and pay attention to shit that's foul?
I think the issue might be, though, that they were not ready for the number of people who might be streaming. I think that's the problem.
You
That
know,
could be true.
You know what I think would be a decent fix is to incentivize this, like for proper reporting and usage of the system. For doing well, maybe you get like a free month of Twitch Turbo or something. I mean, just give someone a reason to want to do something. Just because, even if it's the smallest thing, people respond to incentives. It doesn't matter. That's marketing 101. It's like.
Yeah.
Like, you just be like, hey, if you do a really good job, you have proper chat etiquette and you report, streams that are improper, then you can get a free month of Twitch Turbo, or, we'll give you a special thing for your name, like a little icon next to it, because you're one of the good members of the community. And who knows, maybe at that point you could be promoted to some sort of, like, not necessarily, like, admin status, but maybe something below, like, janitor or something, to make sure that everything's clean. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like, there's plenty of ways.
The problem, too, is that, as we all know, Twitch just recently ran into a problem with global admins on their site who were not paid employees and didn't have to answer to anybody. So I feel like their hands are really tied right now. Because they need more people to monitor, and this is coming up against basically people saying the people that you have told to monitor us are doing a really piss poor job.
Well,
So
that always
it's frustrating.
happens
It's got to be really frustrating for them, because right now it has to feel like they can't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was something else I wanted. This is a completely different topic. Hell Pockets, you're in NorCal. What was that little event you guys had on Friday?
Oh yeah, on the lighter side of the news, we actually had a tournament in NorCal recently, and as recently as last Friday, I know, right? And a nice
You guys
little.
play games up there? That's crazy.
I almost forgot we did too, man, because the amount of people that showed up to this thing, I hadn't seen them in like a year, and I honestly thought most of them were dead or had real jobs or something. So it, practically the same thing. Yeah, a little place called Venue 550 over on 550 15th Street, downtown San Francisco. It's right underneath the highway, and it's got plenty of crackheads to keep you entertained all night long if you don't like playing
I was
fighting
about to
games.
say, that place looked like a dungeon. The
Oh, it
pictures I
is.
saw.
It is a dungeon. It smells like sawdust and wood blades up in there. But it was a lot of fun. They called the event Double KO. And I'm not gonna lie, there was a couple things that might have went sideways when we first went there, because the guy who got us in touch and is basically in charge of the event space whenever we're using it, he has a passion for all this, but he wasn't quite sure how serious we were or like what he needed to do to get this tournament off the ground. But that's when the beautiful thing called the FGC, the community, came together and actually made it happen, Like, he got IPW to do the stream. Everybody who wanted to run a tournament that wasn't Marvel or AE brought their own setups and, ran their own brackets. Top players came through and brought stuff and actually contributed, so that was good. And overall, and like on top of that, the venue is just really, really nice. It's a really nice space. They've got nice lights. They got projector screens all over the place. The audio system hooks right into the stream. Sounds amazing. Plenty of space for whatever you want to play. I do have a complaint about how they might have laid out the built-in TVs, but I'm pretty sure we can fix that with just like bringing in more tables and just having standardized, tournament setups. So that's not a big problem. And like I said, the best thing was the guy who wants this to happen is a big fan of fighting games, and he of course knows AE and Marvel, but he likes pretty much any competitive fighting game. So he's not trying. Yeah, so he's not trying to turn this place into like the Marvel fanboys clubhouse or the AE clubhouse where only these games are ran there. Like that was something that some people expressed a little bit of concern about. Was they were afraid of Venue 550 becoming that place for, certain games and certain people who may exclude others.
Yeah.
Because their game doesn't have that big of a following. No,
that was a lot of really vague comments, Chris.
Well, I'm not going to name any names, but it happens a lot. We definitely.
I understand.
We live in a scene that sometimes cuts the little man out, and we're not trying to do that this time.
Well, I'm glad it sounds like you guys have a new venue for tournaments up in NorCal.
Right. And real quick,
seems like it went well from everything I heard.
Yeah, it went really well. Shout-outs to Chris Seg, man. Like, he pretty much made it all come together, and he's an amazing guy, I guess, as much as I can say. He's producer, TO, whatever.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The legend. Yeah, exactly.
The best there is, the best there was, the best there was.
That's right. Without him, we wouldn't be doing much of anything, really. So, yeah, it was a good time, and I look forward to the next event there.
Yeah, I think unless anybody's got anything, I'd like to end on a positive.
Yeah, there's one last thing I want to bring up.
Go for it.
As many of you know, we've been promoting a game for the past few weeks, I want to say. And I'd like to start off by congratulating Sanchez on actually getting a job.
Yeah, I'm actually at work.
His actual job is being a model, and this is his current job. Look, he's an amazing. Look, isn't that an amazing model? I mean, sold out. Chess to everyone. Special thanks to the
at
Hound.
work. Actually, I mean that's the computer I'm on right now.
Yeah.
And you can
Pretty
tell
sure
I'm part
that
of the fighting game
Pringles
community because they have that can of Pringles.
Oh, shit!
Is that a gateway? What is that?
Wait, man, actually, no, wait, this wasn't a gateway. This was
that's a
pack.
yeah, it's a
Oh, that's.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
you
sure
got
it's
Presario?
Yeah, dude, I had that Presario.
Damn.
So special thanks to the Hound for actually helping Sanchez get this gig.
Yeah, thanks to Hound. Actually, I have like a half smile on my face. I'm pretty sure I was farting at this moment.
Go away!
I can only hope that I have this job someday.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet gig, dude. Like the dresser as a desk, like that's what more could you ask for?
And not even the full-size can of Pringles, the half can.
That'd be a fat ass. Come on.
Yeah.
trying to lose weight here.
You can tell by the ill-fitting white shirt.
Oh man, it was the 90s, or it is the 90s, I should say. It is strange times currently.
You need to put the picture away. I'm just gonna keep laughing.
So I think that about does it for us
Actually,
tonight.
we have one last thing we should mention because some people might be wondering. We do have a missing member this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sad to say, Kelly went back home.
To the Shire.
Snow. To the Shire.
I don't know that they have power there on that side of the country. So
Sure. My understanding of the East Coast, especially the Northeast, is that it's made of complete snow. Like there isn't any solid ground. And there are moose or meese? Is it meese?
Moose.
Moose. There are moose and bears everywhere. And that Robert Frost really likes it.
okay. But hopefully, since she's going to be gone for a while, hopefully we'll get her back next week. I think she's probably just settling in with her digs over there right now.
Yeah. Hopefully she can be on location and let us know what it's like to be in a place that actually has seasons.
Oh, shit.
What are you talking about? I have mild weather to hot weather.
If not, she will be returning shortly before the new year.
Yeah. I like my weather like I like my Wallaces. Mild.
God. We also have a birthday shout out to Toshin, I guess. Happy birthday, dude. Yeah.
Hey. If we're gonna do these birthday shout-outs, they better pay for them.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well,
I
you owe
agree.
Sanchez like $50 now, man. So he said he's willing to pay.
You owe each of us $50.
Where are these fun bucks? Give me these fun bucks.
Why didn't I get a birthday shout out?
When is your
send it
birthday?
to my PayPal, that hairy bastard at gmail.com.
I've got your birthday shout out right here, Anthony. Hold on a second.
Oh Lord, no! I'm gonna kill the show before we do this. Anyway,
Yeah, can we just stop?
yeah, I was like, we're just gonna stop there. That sounds like it's about it for us this week. We had a fun conversation about broken characters, and then a not so fun conversation about horrible people on the internet. Sounds like another day. So for everybody here at Super Desperation Radio, this is Super FX saying good night and good luck.
What?
Hear Monique laughing in the other room.
Muted again, guys. All right, we're gone.
I hate you.
Happy birthday, Anthony.